that are going to take the stage.
Oh yeah.
Give it up for Rachel Miner,
Lisa Berry,
Briana Buckmaster,
Kim Rhodes,
and Ruth Cotto. Just the five of us. We can make it if we try. Just the five of us. You and I. Just the five of us. Putting castles in the sky. Just the five of us. You and It's like castles in the sky.
Did you guys hear me laughing back there?
No.
This bit you guys were doing, I was laughing so hard because it's so true.
I was hoping for just the five of us, you and I.
For the outro. See, that's called
we get one more chance at that.
That's called a rewrite, ladies and gentlemen.
Rewrite.
That's good.
Yeah, Jason's very... Do you know what? I don't know the next lyrics, so I'm gonna just stop now.
I'm just gonna stop.
Good night, everyone. Yeah.
And it's like his hit song. It's the ones, like, people are dying to hear this one song. It takes 15 seconds.
Well, they really only want 30 seconds of it. You know what I mean? It's that. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's so good.
Enjoy the ladies.
Well done, everyone. Morning! Have you guys met Ruth Connell?
Yeah.
Oh, good morning! Ruth, I think we got the sexy teacher memo today.
That's right. We're
Right?
going to be the preschool.
Do what you're told, or you get a spank. No, that's a different. Never mind, I instantly take that back.
I went to write that on Twitter yesterday. Can I spank them as well? And I thought, can you still say that? Is it okay to still
That's
spank?
one way to find out.
Anyway, spanking. Thank you. Lovely to be here. We're going to have a spanking good time.
A spanking!
Oh, I know what the ladies' photo op's gonna be today. Good spanking. All right. There you go. There you go. That's called a sale, ladies and gentlemen. Just really selling ourselves for something.
And I played like
They're sold out.
yeah, I played a character that was spanked
Oh, really?
publicly.
And?
Wait. Someone just said they're sold out.
Yeah.
Okay, hi.
Oh, nice.
Hold on. Time out. I have a question.
Yes, Kim?
They sell out photo ops? Like there's a limited number of photo ops that they
There's certain time allocations because Schmelke can only do that so many times. Ruth, how many times?
I was like, how many times? I don't care how many times Schmelke can do it. How many times can you do it?
I don't know because I haven't warmed up yet. But
Do you need a fluffer?
Interesting. Very interesting.
Okay, that's information that I did not have before. Thank you very much. Should we take a question?
Guess.
I just interrupted you. Wait, Rachel, what was saying?
Oh, Rachel's talking about getting spanked.
Oh, good. As you were.
As you were.
No questions, we're good.
We'll come back to spanking, I'm sure.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
I was wondering, you guys do a really great job of empowering and sharing that message. Was there ever a time that you regret not using your voice and speaking up for something?
Can you say that? Was there a time?
Is there a time you ever regret not using your voice?
Oh,
and speaking
regret
up?
not using your
Like in your life, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much all the time I think of something 3 days afterwards that I should have said. It's like a weekly occurrence, I would say, pretty much. But there's never too late as well. It's never too late, right? You can always...
Well, if you came back 3 days later and you went, you know what? That might be trickier. Last night, actually, I mean, there's lots of times, but last night I was going to dinner with the band, and I had rolled up. I'd worked a little later than everybody rolled up, and there was two businessmen standing outside the steakhouse. And of course, they had to comment, and they were like, well, hello. And I went, hey, how are ya? And they went, whoa, whoa! And they did this whole bit where they were like, ooh, look out. And I'm like, do you know what's funny is some men, not all men, love to watch a woman be intimidated, especially if they've had a couple Kool-Aids. So if a woman is not intimidated, then they start to feel insecure and then they start to do dumb shit. Anyway, I got in the elevator and all I thought was I wanted to go back and fucking wag my finger at them. But I didn't. That was the time, and that happens all the time, and I encourage and I remind all of you, if that happens to you, there's no reason to go back and, you know, tear them a new one. You can if you want. Point is, you can just go back and go, is there a problem? Do we have a problem? Just have a conversation with them, because there's no reason for you to be scared.
And we're all always learning from each other, so maybe they'll walk away.
Maybe they didn't know that that was inappropriate.
I'll say, there's many. No, but here's one of the things I learned about speaking up. It's not just for ourselves. Like, one of my problems is I often had an easy time speaking up for other people, but not on behalf of myself. But then I realized, like, especially after years in the acting industry, I would hear stories that, like, if, you know, some producer or director or whatever did something inappropriate with me and I didn't say anything, I'd hear from other actresses I worked with later in later years, they did it many times. It's usually a pattern. So there are a lot of instances I wish I'd said something. I got better and better at kind of navigating. And before Me Too, I feel like there was like almost like a whisper thing of like, oh, watch out for that director or that actor or whatever. But a lot of times we didn't actually advocate or say anything, and it wasn't until the Me Too movement that I actually realized, oh, I could report them? That never occurred to me. So there are a lot of times that I did not say things that I wish I had. Including, there was one director that after the Me Too movement, there was an incident I wish I'd reported, and I think it was like 500 actresses reported similar instances right after that. Like, it had been happening for years. So yeah, I think it's really important to say something at the time and remember that it's not just for you, it's for everyone to come.
Just want to say I love you.
I thought you were all staring at me, and I'm like,
I was.
I'm waiting on it.
Hold on, before we get to your question, is there anybody, Kim, you want to add something?
they're all trying to make me cry. You see that, right? You know, that's exactly what's happening. I live my life regretting not opening my mouth because I think love means taking care of you, and I'm a loving person. So if you need to step on me, okay. If your needs come before mine, okay. If you need to hurt me so that you feel okay, I'll be fine. And that's bullshit. The first person I should love is myself. So I'm high enough and strong enough to love you the way you should really be loved. So if you catch yourself allowing pain in the name of love, that's not love. Reprogram yourself. Like that?
That's what we were waiting on. Good morning. The panel has begun. Who's next? What's your name? Where are you from? What do you want?
Hi. My name is Emma. I'm from Connecticut, and I just first want to say I love all of you and thank you for being here. And I'm shaking, and this is an amazing moment in my life. But what I wanted to ask all of you, if you could all answer this, is what's something you would want, particularly young women, to take away from how you play your character, and like what's something that you think is important about that representation of a female person that you bring to the show that you would want girls, particularly young girls, to take away?
I think I would love it if you owned the awareness that you can create your own family.
That you can play with 5 big boys and not feel inferior in any way, shape or form.
You're next.
No pressure.
That not all situations kill you.
That you don't have to look a certain way or act a certain way to be fucking good at your job.
That strength doesn't come from approval from others. I love that.
We fucking nailed that question! We nailed that question! Ah, that's how it's done! Fucking suck it, boys! They're all up here going, I'm kidding. I'm gonna remember that bit for a long time. It was very funny. Yay, great question.
Yes, it really was. Thank you for that.
Okay, bye.
Hi.
Hi.
So I'm from Hershey, Pennsylvania, and I work in a museum about chocolate.
Let's go right now.
And my question is, if somebody was going to put something of yours in a museum, what would it be and why?
In a museum about chocolate?
About anything.
Still works for me. Just a naked statue.
I'd buy that.
You know what? This group is too hungry and perverted for that question. Just kidding. I don't know. It just sounds terrifying to me. I don't want any people seeing my stuff. / I want everybody seeing my stuff. I don't have anything that interesting. What about you guys?
I would just get my boots modelled in a chocolate boot. I know we're mixing our metaphors. I know that was not your question, but I think we should all have chocolate effigies of ourselves in a chocolate museum, and mine would be just a boot.
I think it would just a middle.
Just a finger, a boot.
The body.
Not a museum, but I have history. So I love books, and I love collecting books, and I love like collecting all the great books on a certain subject and things. But I feel like they should be shared. So I've always wanted to have like a community library or something like that. Like I have a dream.
You're the hottest nerd I've ever met.
Such a nerd.
I love that. I love books, but I want to share them. Just like looking like this.
There would be a room in the library. There would be a room in the museum that would be the Rachel Miner Library.
Right. But it wouldn't be made of chocolate.
Oh, I see. It'd be the minor library full of major works.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there you go. There's the t-shirt. Oh, and the lights, the gods approved.
Do you think those lights are flattering, or do they just like...
We'll find out on Twitter later. Go, oh, that's where the lights came up.
Yeah, oh, no.
I have a
because I have a round face, I feel like lights usually do this like awesome moon face.
I hear that.
Thank you.
Do you have any
And
chocolate?
literally, we cannot see you at all.
Yeah, it's just like. So I bought these. Have you heard of them? Jet lag glasses.
No.
What's that?
Do you have them?
I do. I'll bring them in tomorrow.
Okay.
So I had them on this morning. You charge them up and you put them on for an hour in the morning and they shine bright light in your face. I couldn't get ready. It made my life much more difficult.
All right.
Easier.
All right.
Stare into those.
That's it. Yeah.
That's better. That's better. But let's leave it now. Let's leave it. That's good. Stop. Are they still going up and down? I've been staring at them.
Don't stare directly at the light.
Okay. Thank you for the chocolate question.
Good afternoon.
Morning. First, I want to say I love all of you guys. You guys are the best. My question is actually for Ruth. So throughout the series, we see that Rowena grows as a person. I was just wondering, do you think she started growing after her death from Lucifer or after Sam talked to her?
I think every step on the path has led to a slight evolution. I mean, most people only have to die once to learn.
That we know of.
Yeah. And I always used to joke with Bob Behrens that like I was like a cat. Like I had 9 lives. I just couldn't remember if I was in 7 or 8. You know what I mean? It was getting dodgy. We were in dodgy territory. So yeah, you're right. Thank you for pointing that out. I think every murder of Rowena has moved her forwards. Note to self: don't do that again. But then she did, and then second, oh yeah, definitely don't do that again.
Thank you.
I just want to say too, Ruth, you're so darn good. Like, yeah. Just give her like the acknowledgement.
Hey guys, you guys are all amazing. I do the podcast, Lisa's messages, everything. You guys empower us, and you've reminded me on a daily basis that I'm not a doormat. And that is awesome. Okay, that is like, nobody's a doormat, and you guys remind us that every day. My question is if you guys had an opportunity to play a role on any TV show, whether it be Continuum Supernatural or something different, would you pick your same character if you chose Supernatural, or would you choose your own character or to build your own character into a TV show that you love?
Will you look at who's standing right behind you? No, you. Aziraphale. Good Omens 2. I want to be a new demon or something. I'll get somebody coffee. Just tell me there's going to be a Good Omens 2.
I had his Dark Materials, the Golden Compass is my screensaver for 2 years, and I still never got a fucking audition. So I don't know. I couldn't have wished for a better role than Rowena. I couldn't see past her for Supernatural. I've always been surprised, really pleasantly surprised by the roles I've been given. Like I remember being cast as Mrs. Beaver. I gave Edinburgh my beaver. That was 2000 and something, and I was a big fat suit. And that's the fun. That's the fun of what we can do. I'm open to being surprised by the Game of Thrones prequel. Whatever offer comes in, you know, I'll weigh it up.
We were just actually in the car on the way here talking about TV, and I was like, I watch a lot of TV. I watch a lot of TV. Part of that is just, I've always loved TV, and it's also part of my job, to know what's going on, to know the tones, and all the tones, and everything is changing very quickly in television and film media. I'm very into a show called Fleabag.
More coffee?
Yeah, it's hot coffee. I love that show for lots of reasons. Part of it is because it stemmed from Phoebe Waller-Bridge's one-woman show, which was to mixed reviews, and she's all like, fuck you, I got a bunch of Emmys now, so I'm okay. But also, it tells a story, a very realistic story of a complex woman. And I feel like telling the stories of women being complicated and complex and making that the new normal is really important. And it's important to not pigeonhole women into being sexy or, you know, nice or, you know, weak or strong. It's like we are actually all of those things on a daily basis, and shows that embody that I think are really important, and I would love to be a part of that.
I know, because we're so used to like breaking our personalities and fragmenting them into like 4 characters, like Sex and the City, and you're like, really, that's one person.
Yeah,
exactly. You know?
And it literally, it's not just, it doesn't just apply to TV or film. What happens is I find that people then try to process you that way. So I don't know if you've experienced this, but most of my life I've experienced, like, all of a sudden it's like, wait, but you're being like sexual, so, but you're supposed to be this sweet girl, but I'm really like, it literally short circuits people. They don't know what to do with you.
Absolutely, people love to go, wait, hold on, you were, I thought you were funny, why are you crying?
Right. Did you have an answer?
I mean, Just like Ruth said, I mean, I think Death is one of the coolest characters I've played. I love playing ethereal characters, like, you know, Sister Cleophas on Shadowhunters. It's just, anytime I get to be like thousands and thousands of years old, I look great. It's really one of my favorite things to
But
play.
also, you have that strength and gravitas that you can pull that off. I think that's
But yeah, I'd love to see Death just be her own show.
That's an awesome idea.
Yeah, I mean, I loved playing Meg probably more than any character. I love Meg so much. But also, I was just trying to like think back across the years. One person in history that I was fascinated by when I was a teenager was Joan of Arc. And I actually had written a script about her, but then like there was like 3 Joan of Arc movies that came out like in the early 2000s or whatever. I was like, oh, that doesn't work. But yeah, that was a character that I remember really like hooking into and wondering about. And Boudica, I don't know if anyone knows it, from history, or Boadicea, people pronounce it either way. But I think she was like, she's fascinating. If you don't know her, look her up. She was a Iceni woman when the Romans invaded England. And she basically led armies against, the Romans were terrified of her. She was awesome.
A couple of Boadiceas up here.
Oh man. Just Rachel hearing herself going off on a tangent, just going, anyway.
Okay, done.
Thank you ladies so much.
Nerd, but
I'll take whatever you are, baby. I love it. Yeah, am I right? Hello. Where are we at?
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet y'all. Ruth, love you, love Rowena so much. But my question more is for all of the cast. And like growing up, you know, you had like the Bionic Woman and Wonder Woman and then Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And I just kind of wanted to know where you drew for your characters, like what kind of inspirations you got from them as far as women in movies and on screen.
Okay, well, I go.
Do it.
My first superhero inspiration, just not to do with Rowena, but was Spider-Man. I had a Spider-Man bike, and I used to pull it, vroom, 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 and it would shoom. And I really liked that I didn't care that it was a boy or a girl. Like I just saw Spider-Man, right? And it's hard to say now all the influences that we've had. But honestly, when I'm in doubt with Rowena, when she's like, for example, when she'd be really telling Fergus Crowley off, I just would try to channel my mum on a really bad day. My mum, she's in my house in LA right now. She ran the biggest high school in my region in Scotland. Like, she's formidable. I'm so mild. I keep trying to tell people how mild I am compared to my mum. Rowena is mild, so I do. And I'd like to just give her that little tribute. She might not like it, but like it is a tribute to her right now. And she stalks me on Twitter, so if you tweet it, she'll see it.
I didn't draw any inspiration directly for Donna, but there is a character who I think, after I got to know that character, I was like, oh, I'm going to embody that more with Donna and in life, which is Leslie Knope from Parks and Recreation. She's doing things for the good of things. She always sees the best in people, but she also doesn't take any shit. And I love that.
I was interested, like growing up, I felt like there wasn't a lot of female characters that were just strong without also having to be like sexy or, you know, need people's approval or whatever it is. So one of the characters that I remember influencing me, I don't know how much it influenced Meg, but it's definitely in my psyche, was my mom let me go see Aliens when it first came out because she knew I needed to see a strong female character. Yeah, so just
That's so true. There weren't that many.
Ripley was one of the first just like not taking anything kind of strong female character.
I tend to, in life, be a bit of left-wing anarchist sort of individual. And so
amongst friends.
I know, go figure. And so when I was cast as a representative of the law, however, one of my best friends in the world is a... What's happening?
Your paparazzi has arrived.
One of my best friends is a Portland police officer, and something I have noticed moving through life with him as a friend is that being a representative of the law and being a human are often two fucking hard things to be. And so I allowed myself, and now I'm very grateful that I did, to have police officers as my idols and my heroes when I play Jodie. And what I found is that it actually opened my mind to an awareness that I found it easy not to have, and to live weirdly in the gray of things. And so I thank and honor police officers for the challenges that they have and for the work they do. And that's not easy for me to admit as the person that I am. So.
My mom. Okay, so my mom for all of them, because can't just leave it at that. She's just one of the most courageous, never let you down, always somehow managed to be there for you human beings, and she's just so grounded. She's just always been somebody who knows how to have autonomy over herself and speak her mind, and she's been labeled, you know, really bad things, and now that we know that women who go after their dreams and who are, you know, aggressive in their pursuit of that aren't monsters. They're just women who want what they want. And so I've always had somebody in my life who's always encouraged me to go after it, get it, and she's never let me be the person who's just like, just because you're black, you can't have it. It's like, you might have to work harder, but you got this and you can do this. And so I take that strength with me everywhere I go, because I got into an industry that was just like, we don't want you here. And I was like, well, my mom says I can do whatever I want. And I'm willing to do the work. So, you know, I just kind of put on my mom persona and ventured out.
Thank you very much for your time. I love you, ladies. You have a good day.
Thank you. Thanks for all the support, my friend.
So yesterday you guys compared Jason Mann's photo to a lost carton photo.
Yeah. Oh, it's moved. Look, it's moved. That's freaky, everyone.
They found him!
Yes, your question, love.
I wanted to know if Ruth and Rachel agreed to see if he looks like a lost boy.
Where is it? How can you miss it? It's staring, it's judging you right now, Ruth.
Straight by there. Does Jason look like a lost boy? Is that what you're asking?
Well,
like
doesn't look. I said a mugshot. Like missing person, exactly. Have you seen this man? Is written above that.
This man needs help. Send help. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get that.
I remember at one of the cons, it was like right where, like just right. Like,
and so it was in every single photo.
Greeting, but it was greeting me. I thought it kind of looked like I was sure he was kind of judging.
That's what he said. He said it was Judgy McJudgerson over there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's the same. That's the same photo right there. Hold on, let me go do a little bit with it. Hold on. Okay, take photos of this.
He's like, it looks like he's going, wow.
Jason, how do you think I performed tonight? Hey Jason, how was your dinner last night? Jason, if you had to have sex with one of the people on the stage, I'm just kidding. Actually, that would be his response. He'd be like, he'd be like, gross.
Thank you.
Did that answer your question? Thank you.
Again, as we established yesterday, I don't think they want information so much as they want the amusement of watching us try to convey information.
They're like, it's like a challenge for you guys to go, which question is going to be the biggest car crash? I got you, all of them. Hi.
Well, earlier, Kim, you just said something that is...
I'm sorry.
No.
Shit, you were listening?
I was in a marriage and relationship for 20 years. And when he sat me down on my floor and told me we were getting a divorce, I thought my life was over. And I started to think back about the relationship over the years. And I allowed myself to make excuses for him, for his treatment of me, for his poor treatment of me throughout that whole relationship. And it's been 6.5 years, and it took a good 2-3 years for me to start to realize that I'm awesome. And I have come into myself, and I'm happy, and I found the person I was before I met him. And I am so thrilled with who I am.
Welcome back!
Welcome home! And so next year I'm turning 50 years old. And I decided that I'm going to celebrate by hitting the last 11 contiguous states in the United States. So I'm taking 6.5 weeks in a convertible, and I'm traveling the perimeter of the United States. I will be in San Francisco to see the con in San Francisco, so I hope you guys are there. I need suggestions for my playlist.
Oh, ABBA, the winner takes it all.
I'm assuming you've got I Will Survive already back there again. Yeah, that's on repeating loop. I got you. That's a ringtone.
Do you know the song So What by Pink? That's a good one.
I like that.
There's a song on the Big Little Lies soundtrack, and I don't want to misquote the name of it, just talk amongst yourselves. And I tried to text it to you last night, and I couldn't manage to text it. Honestly, it's called Bloody Motherfucking Asshole.
Oh, yeah. It's Martha Wainwright. Yeah. That's a very good song.
I tried to text you.
it to me. I need that.
Yeah. It's Martha. I know it.
Saturday night special. We do this. We actually send each other songs. You should sing this. You should sing this. Yeah. Okay.
It's actually a beautiful song.
It's gorgeous.
Yes. Rach?
No, I'm leaving it up to all the music aficionados.
Aficionados.
You don't have a song that inspires you, Rachel?
That I'm on the stage.
Do you have a song that inspires you?
What was that?
Do you have a song that inspires you when you're feeling down that you go to?
I switch up. I'm always finding new ones, and I have very eclectic taste, so there's a broad range.
Oh, I know. I have everything from Broadway to, I have Zeppelin. I have everything.
Go get them.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Hi.
Hi guys. Anyway, I was wondering if, this one's for all of you. I was wondering if you had to get a tattoo that not only represented, I know it's represented.
I have trouble wording a lot of the time too, so don't apologize.
Yeah. If you had to get a tattoo that not only represented your character, but also your time on Supernatural, what would it be?
Ruth has an answer.
6. Yeah, well, 6 seasons. And it's there's connotations of the number 6. Isn't there?
Like sexy sex.
Sexy 6, 666, all that shit.
Get it! I don't know if I get it on your wrist.
No.
Well, just because 6 is like, isn't it? Wouldn't people, if they didn't know who you were, would they be like, whoa, yikes, don't get in her way? Maybe not, I don't know.
That's okay, I don't know.
Okay, you know what, you're right, I stand corrected.
Where would you put it?
I would put it, if I were you, I would put it on the inside of my pinky finger.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Just, I think that's very Ruthy, is to have like a little, like sexy secret, you know?
Yeah, secret 6, yeah.
Kim, do you want to answer?
Should we tell them?
No.
Tell us now.
We had plans and they got kiboshed because some other people beat us to it. It's okay. We have plans every 5 seconds, so we're okay. We're okay.
We have many plans. So a tattoo that represents Jody and my time on the show.
Yeah, like anything like pranks and stuff, though probably not for you guys, but...
Wait, what? Wait, we just went, wait, what? Wait, what? Okay, wait. So, tattoos, yes.
Yes.
Represents Jody, yes. Did you say pranks with a P?
Sorry, I'm not awake yet.
Oh, okay. You just said that because you want everybody to drink. Take a drink. I don't know. Tattoos are such an intimate part of me.
I would get a unicorn.
Yeah.
Because I love that
Obviously,
moment. I love
yeah.
that line, and it's become such a secret language between all of us, or not so secret because we all dress up as unicorns and scorpions. Yeah.
You know me and tattoos. I'm just like, I don't know, whatever. I don't care. What do you want me to get? I'd probably get a donut. That'd be cute. I'll get a donut. I'll do it at lunch. I swear to God, that's how I feel. Thank you, honey.
What about a scythe for you? Like
that's a
half
great
moon.
idea.
Oh, that's amazing. To make it part of the move.
Yeah.
Girls, let's all go get tattoos! I did that with Elena Huffman a couple years ago in Australia. We had a bottle of champagne on the beach and we were like, let's go get tattoos, and we did. So, it's fun. That's how I roll.
It was actually with Elena that I started planning this one, and then she got one, I think she got a lotus on her thigh, yeah.
So cool, yeah.
I have an Elena tattoo story as well. She's got the Aries, because we're both Aries, she's got the Aries symbol behind her ear, and that's what I got her for her birthday when we were in Brazil.
Oh, wow.
Do you have an Elena tattoo story?
Totally.
Not yet. But soon.
We spend a lot of time together. I will at some point, I'm sure.
That's so
Yes,
funny
you will.
because when I got my tattoos, I was like, I want to call Elena.
That's awesome.
I just randomly got tattoos and I was like, should I call Elena about
That's great.
Thank you.
Go.
You did great. You did great.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello. I saw y'all, Kim, Briana, and Lisa yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. And you all are great.
Thank you.
And my question is, so if you had to edit your script, what would you change it to? Like, what would be the edit?
I would edit me into every scene. Full stop.
Which script?
All of it. You have to.
Like my life script? Or Jody?
Jody.
Oh, if I had to change anything about her, if I were going to edit her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would actually I would include a scene where she talks to Castiel, because it's weird that they don't know each
I mean, I loved, especially the last episode that I did with Meg. I love every episode, but I love Robbie Thompson wrote Goodbye Stranger. It was brilliant. But I think I'd add a scene where they told Cass that I was dead or he asked about me. Like, that would be good. Because no one ever said anything.
That's so funny because every time I say Castiel in an episode, pretty much that's not scripted. But he's in the room and I'm like, Castiel. Because why not? And I'm like, I have this pretend relationship with Castiel too.
So basically, we all want Castiel to notice us.
Well, Rachel, his photo ops are sold out. Thanks, honey.
All right. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Hi.
I just want to say that I love you guys so much and thank you for being strong female protagonists that we can follow throughout the show. I'm sorry. If you had a theme song for your character in the real life, what would it be?
I love myself today. No? Okay, never mind.
I'm always really bad at it. I hate the song once. I'm not good at it. I saw someone actually, because I see sometimes you all do like mashup, to music, make stuff, and someone put it to a song I think called Horns. I thought that was kind of perfect. Yeah, it was, make his horns.
His horns, yeah. When we were working on the Wayward Sisters pilot, Phil Segretia had this amazing entrance for Donna. And when she was driving up, there was entrance music and he gave me 3 options and they went with one that neither of us had picked, which was, it happens all the time. But one of them they picked was a Nancy Sinatra song and now I'm like, I can't remember what it's called. So, something by Nancy Sinatra. Not These Boots Are Made for Walking. That's Ruthie's song. But I can't remember. It's hard picking ones for your character, because I kind of feel like they change, because our characters change all the time, which is the exciting part.
That's what I get really weird about the music. It's not that it's a bad question. I just get really weird with answering music questions. For some reason, it feels like the most private thing, and I feel like I'm going to regret anything I commit to.
I mean, for me, I would say, "Oh, Death" really does work both ways for me. It really does. Whether I'm a character or whether I'm Lisa, I'm kind of like, just give me one more day. You know what I'm talking about? Spare me over.
There's so many for Rowena. There's so many obvious ones, like I put a spell on you or black. There's a bunch, right? When I was filming the scene, my last scene, I listened to a Latin hymn, and I could still cry just thinking about it now. And actually, to me, that spoke more to the essence of anybody's soul. The thing that's really underneath that's underneath. We all have this soul that's there and pure, and will be translated into eternal, whatever the fuck it will be.
I think for Jody, I tried to sing a song, and I do say tried for Saturday Night Special once, called Down Below, Way Down Below, Taylor Momsen's band. And I think it's Jody because it expresses not only like, we're all in hell and we're trying to get along, but also each character in the song is probably someone that Jody adopted at some point and now lives in one of her bedrooms. That's how she does. You can come home again. You've got 3 legs, little puppy. Come on, I got you. You can get your rabies shot. You're gonna be fine. For Kim, this is gonna surprise some of you, but I think I'm gonna commit. Final answer is Love Cats by The Cure. Oh my God! Don't you think Kim is really?
I was just talking about that first because I'm trying to think of my next song.
Do it!
I know, no, it's you.
No, it's not. I can't sing it. I can't do that. That's your song.
No, we share songs around here.
Yeah, we share songs. If you sang it, because I would be backstage going,
exactly. And Kim would like that more. Sing it, sing it.
All the songs. Great, who asked that? Well, thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, First, I just want to say, Lisa, thank you for karaokeing with us. That was awesome.
My cardio workout.
And Kim, I wanted to let you know that I'm getting a new puppy in 2 weeks.
I love puppies. I'm also fond of kittens, and some of you just found out ferrets, bunnies, horses, yay, animals.
And Kim, I wanted to ask you about parenting. So you had some really interesting experiences with, the zombie baby, and then Claire and Alex. And I was wondering if anything in your parenting as Jody influenced your parenting of your actual daughter, or vice versa.
Oh God. I think the short answer is try not to be surprised because they're capable of everything. Yeah, help me out. You all can join. Parenting, Jesus fucking Christ, man. I love them no matter what.
Rowena is like a terrible mother, like that's what and that year that I got cast, I played 3 terrible mothers in a row, and I was like, what is it trying to tell me, just don't bother. You just shouldn't do this. So I have no advice for anyone.
Do you have a little one? Is that what
I actually never want to have kids.
Children are a blessing. But I really commend women who are bold and brave and confident enough to go, I'm good actually. I like that. And I think that's awesome that you can do that and just be comfortable, because I think I'm a mother and I love being a mother, but I think it's important that women don't feel that they have to be mothers to exist as a woman on this planet.
Agree, and further to that, I saw Jennifer Aniston article, about how often she was asked and everything, and she's like, this year I have been a mother to a major feature film. Like, there's so many ways. Sorry, that's a tangent. Anyway, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So yeah,
Rachel, sorry.
No, and I guess I have a similar thing, which is like with Random Acts, with everything, I feel like a lot of the impetus is to make it a better world for future generations, for your children, but it doesn't, I can put more energy into that because I don't have children to care for my own, so it's all valid. Basically, I think the main thing is just don't try to fulfill whatever you think you're supposed to do, what feels right.
And don't have children because you feel like they're going to fill a hole in you, because they will make more.
A really big one. Like, oh my God. That always put me off.
Anyway, thank you.
It's actually the giving birth thing that always put me off.
Yeah, that's fair.
Talk about that.
That's fair.
You can have children without giving birth to them. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Jody knows that. And when I was having struggles getting pregnant, I certainly was like, my baby will find me through whose ever body they need to come to me to. But at the same time, I totally get that. Like, I wanted to give it a shot, and so there. I think Jody's. That's going to be my parenting advice. Is realizing that my child is not an extension of me, and it is not my accessory. It is a human being, and my job is to honor and create an environment where that person can be the best person they are, as opposed to the person I need them to be in my head.
Thank you, guys.
Hi, I just wanted to ask, what was one of your favorite bloopers that happened on set, or one of the favorite pranks that you guys have seen on set?
Everybody drink. There goes Krista. Kel fucking Sabri's Krista.
100%
yeah, right, it's water.
It's water, sure.
All of my bloopers are, for the most part, are planned. So I usually prank the boys. They try to the last 3 episodes I've done of Supernatural. Well, Wayward Sisters, they weren't really on with me. And then Breakdown was a very serious episode, so we didn't fuck around. And then whatever the last one I did was, we were just more serious, so we didn't get an opportunity to prank. So when I do come to visit set, which is more often than they'd like, sometimes they'll like yank me into a scene, and Kim and I did one once. Jared and Jensen pulled me into the backseat of Baby once. Yeah, I said it. So that's my favorite blooper.
Anybody else? I don't get pranked.
I don't know. I answered this question yesterday, so
they're too in awe of Lisa to prank her. They're too like.
I was just up there shooting. I came here from an episode, so I can't tell you. It was one of those moments where I burst out laughing, and in the back of my head was like, oh, I just got pranked. You shouldn't be laughing right now. You fucked up everything.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. My question is for Ruth. I was just wondering what your favorite moment as Rowena is.
Not the last one. The first.
Although that was an epic death. It really was. So beautiful. So beautiful.
I'm really grateful for how Rowena. I do feel that she was honoured. I do feel that they took care of this female character's full arc. I'm really grateful for that. My favourite moment? Oh my word. It's so hard to choose that. It's so hard. It wasn't when the wasp, I thought there was a little needle in that pink dress, because they made 6 of those dresses for all the blood. There were 6 different ones. And I thought in the graveyard, when there was 100 extras and the full crew, about 150 people, and there was a jabbing in my side, and I thought, they've left a pin in this dress. Ow, 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 ow. And there was a wasp living inside my freaking dress. So that was not my favourite. That was the antithesis of my favourite moment in Supernatural.
I still tear up. Oh God, I still get teary when you're that one quick moment of, and I can't even remember why did you hate me? Because if I didn't, I'd have to love you. Oh God. That expresses so many that's how many of us hate something because we don't want to love it.
It's scary. It's too scary.
Oh, too much. I fucking love the way you did that. That is one of my all-time favorite things I've ever seen, ever. What
Kim said is my answer. Thank you so much for your question. I will try to think of a better answer myself for next time when somebody else asks me. What's your favourite moment? Did you answer this yesterday?
No, I don't think so. Did we? Kim? I don't know.
What's been your favourite moment?
I mean, my entrance is one of my favorite moments, and our scene. Just because it was just like all the reasons Kim said, it's just such a human moment where it's just like, I know what you're going through. I feel you, and just to be able to be there for somebody and to hold space for somebody is really powerful and magical, and I love that.
I really love that with both Rowena and Meg, when they sacrificed themselves, they did not make a big deal about it. They did everything to kind of undermine the sentimentality. It's like, this is not for the sake of being looked at as a good human. This just makes sense. And I love the strength of both those characters with the way they went out. So yeah, I thought that was
donuts. No.
Sure. I'll take that. What was the actual? What was a favorite scene of our character?
Favorite moment?
When Jody tells Donna outside the car, "I could teach you a couple things if you'd like." Because Kim was convinced she was getting written off the show, and I was like, they're gonna put us together. I knew it!
Ladies,
Gentlemen.
how did it go?
Best day of my life.
Awesome.
Best day of my life.
Well, guys, this is a great way to start the day, eh? Please give it up one more time for Rachel Miner, Briana Buckmaster, Lisa Berry, Ruth Connell, and Kim Rowe. We can make it if we try, just the five of us, you and I. Just the five of us, building castles in the sky. Just the five of us, you and I. Oh yeah, that's how we get it sounded on a Saturday. Can we just take a moment to admire the Halloween decorations on stage? The spider web, 2 sad ghosts, and some eyeballs.
Eyeballs.
But the scariest thing of all is a head of Misha Collins taped onto the body of a snake.
Rattlesnake.
And you ask why? And the answer is,
man.
Alright guys, next up is a thing that we don't know. Do you know what's going on next?
I don't know.
Let's ask. Oh man.
What do
Those are the words we're gonna sing.
Okay.
Sing it with me. Alright guys, next up we have a game. It's not any game. It's a game. It's not such a game as a blood sport. That's right.
Full contact.
Yeah. Here we go. It's a costume contest.
Oh, I don't.
A full contact sport. It's a costume contest. Somebody's gonna die. So that's it, guys. That's your costume contest.